Hey everyone, welcome back to Sable Family Vlogs. In case you're new to our channel, we're a family moving from Northeast Pennsylvania to beautiful Clermont, Florida. In today's video, I want to go over the three main options that we looked into as far as moving from Pennsylvania to Florida. Before we get started though, I really want to thank everybody for all of your support, all you subscribers already, and all of the kind comments that you guys have been leaving down below. So thank you very much. If you guys can continue subscribing, hitting that bell notification, and hitting that like button, it really helps our channel. I greatly appreciate it, and you guys will be front row every time we post another video. So the move from Northeast Pennsylvania to Clermont, Florida is about 1,088 miles. And when you're driving, it's about 16 hours and 38 minutes away. So it's a good distance away. Right now we currently own a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. So we downsized quite a bit. We're trying to fit down to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment right now. So we did get rid of quite a bit because of the moving cost and different fees, and we didn't know if everything would fit, if we were getting a house, an apartment, how everything would fit. So we wanted to make sure we got rid of enough stuff. That way if we needed anything when we were in Florida, we can just go ahead and get it. So right now, again, we're at 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and we're going into a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. Option number one that we looked into was a company called Pods. What they'll do is you'll call them, you'll get an estimate. They're going to ask about how much furniture you have, like what's your big sizable furniture, as far as like couches, dining room tables, maybe computer desks, TVs. They're going to know about how much stuff you're going to have as far as like size wise, and they're going to tell you exactly which pod you're going to need. When I called, they told me that we were going to need 2 of their large pods, which broken down after all the fees and everything, it was going to cost around $3,300 for 2 large pods. So basically what they'll do is you'll call them, you'll schedule your date, and they were going to drop the 2 pods off in our driveway, and you would pay them half at delivery of the pods, and you'd pay them for the other half when they deliver them to your new address, whether it's a house, apartment, or business. You'll pay them the half up front and then the half after they deliver the pods to your place. But the one good thing with pods, you have the whole pod for 30 days. From the day they drop it off, and you have an entire 30 days after that before you have to have that pod delivered and unloaded. So if you needed longer than 30 days there, you just pay an extra fee for them to store your pod. But you have an entire 30 days from the time they drop your pod off to the time they come and get it from you, until the time they drop it off at your new address to have that unloaded. So that is a good thing you're going to have with pods, is you're going to have that 30 days where you can have extra time to get it loaded up and unloaded. So that's a good thing with pods. But that was a bit higher on the price range for us. The second company I looked into was U-Haul. I'm sure a lot of us have heard of U-Haul. So we looked into getting their 15-foot super mover truck, as well as a furniture dolly to be able to move the furniture in. Also getting furniture pads. So basically just like cloths and whatnot to cover up the couch or TV or whatever, so it doesn't get nicked up in shipping or broken. As well as a trailer to put on the back of the super mover to haul our Nissan Pathfinder. So the only thing with that is we were going to have to do all of that ourselves, just my wife and I. So as far as taking everything, loading it up into the truck, and then when we get to Florida, taking everything off the truck ourselves and carrying it up to our 3rd floor apartment. That was one thing that we were really nervous about, is just lifting all this heavy furniture, just her and I, and getting it up to the 3rd floor, and even just getting into the U-Haul truck. So that's one thing. But also keep in mind, if you guys decide to go the U-Haul route, you're going to be able to, if you wanted to, say pay a company. They'll usually send maybe 2 guys over, and you'll pay them per hour. So usually what we saw, it's about 2 hours you're going to pay them for, and it's about $150 on average. And they'll take everything from your house and load it onto the U-Haul truck for you. And then it's about the same thing in Florida. So it's about $150. You'll have those 2 or 3 people for 2 hours, and you pay them the $150, and they're going to take everything and bring it up to your apartment for you. So if that's something, if you're going the U-Haul route, you will be able to potentially pay these third-party companies, and they will be able to help you load the truck up and whatnot. But that's going to be an extra expense as well. Plus you're going to want to figure out whatever gas or tolls it is going to be for the U-Haul truck, and that can be quite expensive as well. One of my major concerns with the U-Haul truck was loading it up, but even more was the fact that it's a 15-foot box truck that I've never driven before, and then we were going to attach the trailer to the back of it and put our Nissan Pathfinder on the back. So that was going to make that U-Haul truck very long, and that made me pretty nervous as far as being able to drive that, because I've never driven anything that long. So that's definitely something for you guys to consider if you're used to just driving an average everyday vehicle, the size of the U-Haul truck after you potentially put your vehicle on the back of it as well. So keep that in mind. So the cost of the U-Haul truck with the 15-foot super mover, the trailer for our Nissan Pathfinder, the furniture dolly, and the furniture pads was going to come somewhere around $2,700, give or take. You're also going to have to add money for the insurance for the U-Haul truck as well onto that, and taxes. So you're probably, somewhere around $2,900 from Pennsylvania to Clearmont, Florida. And I want to go over the third option that we came across, the one actually that we went with. It's a company called All-in-One Moving and Storage. They're out of Newark, New Jersey. So basically, they're going to come all the way from Newark, New Jersey to our house here in Pennsylvania. They're going to come and get all of the furniture and boxes or whatever we have in our house, as well as everything that's over at our storage unit, which is about 5-10 minutes away from our house. They're going to go to our house and to our storage unit. They're going to get everything and load it onto their truck for us, so we really don't have to lift anything. And they're going to our storage unit for no fee at all, so that's free. So that's very nice that they're going to two different places and they're only charging just the one price. Another good thing with them is when they come to your house, their first flight of steps is free. So if they have to go anything onto your second floor, you're not getting charged for that. And is when they get to your new property, wherever that is, if they're going to your second floor, that first flight of steps is free. For instance, we're on the third floor in our apartment, so they're going to go up 2 flights of steps. The first flight of steps is going to be free, and the second flight of steps from the second floor to the third floor is going to cost $75. And that $75 fee is for everything in the truck. It's not just like per item specifically, it's everything. So it's only $75 for the extra flight of steps, which I didn't think that was that bad at all, considering it's quite a bit of furniture. So with this all-in-one moving and storage, they require an itemized list. So basically, how many TVs you have, say how many computer desks, how many couches, do you have like a coffee table, end tables, lamps, like our kids have a bunk bed, do you have a bunk bed, okay? You're going to want to know, did you have a king size bed, a queen size bed? Like they want to know exactly everything that it is that you plan on bringing, and then they're going to give you your quote based on that. So they're going to go off the amount of miles from the point where they're picking your items up to where it's going, and they're also going to go off of what it is that you plan on moving. And another good thing with all-in-one moving and storage, they also do minor furniture assembly. Like our kids, they have a bunk bed, so they'll take that apart here, put it in their truck, and they'll put it back together for us in Florida. As well as our king size bed. We have a big bed frame. They're going to take that apart here, load it onto their truck, and put our bed together in Florida. So that's one good thing, because especially with the bunk bed, it's very hard to take that thing apart and put it back together. So it's very nice that they're going to do that for us as well. Like that's definitely an added bonus. So with this company here, when you call them, they're going to ask you everything it is that you plan on taking. And once you decide to go with them, you're just going to have to let them know the date and time that you want your stuff picked up. And you're going to have to give them a $100 deposit. And then how it works after that, once they come to your house to pick up your stuff, you're going to pay them half of the money down, and then you're going to pay them the other half of the money once they deliver it to your new property. With all-in-one moving and storage, the grand total for them to come to our house, go to our storage unit, and the gas and all the other different little fees that there are, it was only $2,463. So they're actually the cheapest option of all three, and we didn't have to lift any of our furniture, load it up on a truck or in a pod, and we're not going to have to unload it and carry it up to the 3rd floor apartment. That's going to save us quite a bit, whether on gas or driving the U-Haul truck. And we could just drive our own vehicle down there, load that up with anything that's breakable we're going to take with us. So that's going to work out very well that way. So I think they're a great option. I mean, they definitely worked well for us. The lady's name is Lisa with All-in-One Moving and Storage. If you guys would like, down below in the description, we'll let the phone number for you guys. It's definitely worth giving a call if you're over here on the East Coast. They're very fair with their prices, and I feel like you get the most bang for your buck with them. I hope this video helped everybody on maybe some moving tips and trips as far as hiring movers or going with U-Haul or going with pods. If you could again, please subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget, make today awesome.